This is Dave, aka Freak from VP. Anyways, today I want to show you a quick tutorial on how to put a picture on to skin and make it look like a tattoo. This is probably a pretty good idea for maybe like a couple or a mated pair. Anyways, I did this a while ago and I had a lot of people questioning me how I did it, and I'll have to show you. So first I like to work a little bit larger so it's easier to move around. And you have this with this nice beautiful bare shoulder. I think we should put something there. What about you guys? Anyways, we decided on this one, and all you have to do is Control A to select all, and then Control C to copy. Then you come back to the one we're going to be working on, and Control V to paste it in. So now you have two layers in your one document, and basically we're just going to position this one into the area on the shoulder that we want it. And I'm going to bring down the opacity down just a little, just so it's easier. And I'm going to hit Control T, which is transform. Basically, you have all these control points in the corner. You just want to grab it here to shrink it down. And it's kind of distorting it, but if you hold your Shift key as you shrink it down, it won't distort. You just want to get the size roughly around here. Just bring it up. And you look at control points and your cursor will change the shape to a little curve, and you can angle it a little. That's not too bad, and basically that's the basic position of where you want it, but it's looking kind of like a square box, not really forming to a shoulder at all. So the way we're going to fix that is to right click, and it gives you all the options of everything you can do, and what you want is the warp. So here we hit warp, and you got a grid, and you've got all these control points again. Basically, you just want to grab from the center and move it a little bit, so it sort of like forms close to the shoulder. And you got all these control points here, and you can move them around any which way you want. And all you're basically trying to do is to get it to look like it's actually on her shoulder, not such like a pull stamp. And these control points are great. Like, you can do like weird, wacky things with it, but you pretty much just want to be fairly subtle, and you're basically just trying to form it so it looks like it's on her shoulder. And that's basically it, pretty close there. So we'll set that, hit apply, bring the opacity back up, and that's your basic position. It looks like it's relatively close to being on her shoulder, but it's not looking too much like a tattoo. So we're going to fix that right now. And basically, I don't want this whole area here. So what we do is we go down here and make another layer. Bring that layer beneath the layer we're working on. Click on the layer we want to work on, and we're going to make a mask layer, which is this button here. You come over here, you get your brush, get like a 13 or so. You can also increase and decrease your brushes by using your brackets, and you can bring it up and down wherever you want. So basically, you get your black and just start to erase the area that you don't want, which is all this area here. Take off a little bit here maybe. And you're just working on it. Maybe want to just, just like that. Okay, and that's not too bad. I'm going to do a little more softening around because it's still looking kind of cookie cutter, like a postage stamp here. And basically, I'm just using my smudge tool now on the actual avatar. Actually, you can merge this down now, and use your smudge tool, which is right here. Just bring it along. You can just smudge out the edges a little so it doesn't look so formed. Like almost like a postage stamp on her shoulder there. You just want to take out some of the edging, and well, maybe we'll smudge this tag down a little bit so it looks a little bit better. And you can see this line of the beads. I'm going to use my just normal brush tool and maybe about a 3 size brush, and just add a dot or two just to continue on the chain. Okay, so that's basically the position right, and you got the tattoo in the right area. Now it's not looking too much like a tattoo right now. We're going to change that, and we're going to make another layer just so we don't lose the original. And basically how you make it look a tattoo is with this dialog box. If you click on it, you can see all your different options, like darken, multiply, lighten, screen. You have all those options. Basically what I do is you just highlight it, and with your mouse wheel you can scroll down and it goes through all those options, applying it to the app in real time. You can just go down through them and see which ones you seem to like, which ones you might think make look like a tattoo more. But I tend to like the overlay. Overlay seems to have worked really well for me in the past. That's a little bit too light, but what you can see is the overlay is it still keeps the highlight of her shoulder onto the tattoo, and that's what really makes it look like it's a tattoo. It's keeping all the highlights and the shadows from the ab below and applying it to the dude, which is the tattoo. So basically, you're keeping all the highlights and shadows of the shoulder, which makes it look more like it's hanging on as a tattoo. So basically, what we're going to do now is I just made another layer because I didn't think the burn was in there too strong enough yet. So I added another layer and made it a little bit stronger, but it's a little bit too strong for my liking. So I'm just going to bring it down a tad. Somewhere around there looks good. And it's not looking too bad now, but I want to bring some more of the original color in, so make another layer. Go here to normal, and that's the original. And basically, yeah, that's the original like that, with no burn. And then you just bring the opacity down, just so you want to keep some of that original color in there. Somewhere around 34%, that looks about right to me. And basically that's it, that's your tattoo.